runners on base, let that ferment a little bit and come to fruition into runs. The Padres have put up good numbers this year, Dick Enberg, versus left-handed pitching. Cole Hamels on the mound tonight could be a tough cookie, but in the past, earlier this year, Chris Denorfia, no problem against Jay Happ in Houston, taking the left-hander deep. And then another guy by the name of Cameron Maybin against James Russell in Chicago. My point is, righties get the chance to see the ball a little better off of lefties. And if the lefty can't bury that breaking ball and hit the ball on the inside part of the plate and leave it out over the plate, they can do some damage, which is shown right here.
Now, this may surprise some of you in that the Padres have the worst hitting average in all of the major leagues, yet against left-handed pitching. Look down at the bottom of the line. They're hitting .264, so the right-handed bats could come alive. The bad news is that Chris Denorfia, who has the best average against southpaw pitching this year, pulled a muscle. It's not serious and will not be able to swing a bat for a couple or 3 days. And Chase Headley has been battling the flu, and Buddy Black didn't know how much he would be available maybe as a pinch hitter.
Well, there are 3 guys in the lineup tonight for the San Diego Padres that are hitting left-handers extremely well. They're Maybin, Hundley, and Hudson. So hopefully they can set the table for other guys and get some runs tonight, because like that guy with the flags, we need runs, we need runs. Hopefully that comes in playing tonight.
All right, a great pitching matchup for you tonight, and here are our starters for the Phillies. It's San Diego native Cole Hamels. He's 1-1 this year, but don't be misled by that in the 4.32 ERA. We're talking about one of the elite pitchers in all of the National League. And Clayton Richard, he loves to pitch at home. This will be his 4th start of the season. He looks for his 2nd win of the season. So we're set to go. The Phils, the Padres, Petco Park on a party night this Friday in San Diego. Enjoyed his best success pitching here at home, and his profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in. They've got some attractive lease and purchase offers. Your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Richard's record here at Petco is 10-6 with a 2.75 ERA. This is his 26th home start since coming here from the White Sox in the Jake Peavy deal. He'll be facing Victorino, Polanco, and Rollins in the Philly first inning. The Phils are now 12-6. They started tonight only a half game ahead of Florida and the Marlins have beaten Colorado. So at this moment, both teams at 12-6, and we're underway with a fastball strike. Victorino batting .310, but from the right side, .353. On the inside edge, 0-2.
Clayton has his last 3 times out, the outings this year, he's really pounded that fastball on the inside part of the plate to righties. If he goes in there with some authority, then he can back him off with that pitch as well, then go away. He should have a successful evening.
That'll be popped out of play. Coming back toward the press box.
The other thing about Clayton is that he's been around the plate this year. He's only walked 5 batters.
2-strike pitch is inside. Tried to slide that one in under the hands of Victorino. Ground ball, third, foul. That's Gonzalez playing third base tonight. Alberto in the lineup, hitting 8th with Chase Headley suffering from the flu-like conditions. That's gone rampaged its way through the clubhouse of the Padres. Hopefully they'll be healthy by the end of this homestand. Line drive into left center field for a base hit. Maben over to cut it off, and Victorino stops with a long single. Charlie Manuel's batting lineup: Victorino with Placido Polanco. He's the number 6 hitter in the National League at .360. Jimmy Rollins at short. Ryan Howard had a long night last night, 4 strikeouts. Right fielder Ben Francisco, home run. He gave the Phils an early 1-0 lead. Raul Ibanez, Carlos Ruiz catches tonight. Winston Valdez at second base, and Cole Hamels on the mound. Polanco, a tough out. Lifetime 300+ hitter. And against Richard, that has not been the case. He's 1 for 10 against Clayton.
Well, if Clayton is out with his pitches tonight, the infielders will be busy because we know that he can get some ground balls and break some bats. Cutters in to the righties and also changeups away. Might see a lot of that tonight from Clayton. And I've got my lucky bobblehead up here tonight, Dick.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm breaking it out, and the big smile, the big lefty is in power position.
Clayton Richard bobblehead right there at your side. Foul back. You mean business tonight. You are serious.
I'm shaking it up. I'm a big fan of the left-hander, the southpaw, and he's even saying yes. We're going to pitch a gem tonight.
2 strikes the count on Polanco. Hit into a double play last night. He leads the Phils with 6. That's among the National League leaders. High. That's fly ball into shallow left. A long run for Ludwig. And he's there for the out. Let's check the Padre defense. Brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Call 1-800-NEW-TIRE. Gonzalez for Headley at third. Bartlett and Hudson the double play combination with Cantu at first. Ludwig, Maben, and Venable familiar outfield from left to right with Hundley behind the plate. And the man from Lafayette, Indiana, 6'5" Clayton Richard on the mound. There's that very clever pickoff move, and he had Victorino frozen.
It's the best. It's around the league. Everybody knows it. And that's why if the Phils are going to run, they'll go on first move.
Swing and a miss. Rollins hitting .260 from the right side, .263. Had a gift single last night in 4 at bats, so he's 2 for the last 22. Checks, and it's 1-1. Outside 2-1 on the Haunted pregame show with the wine and food tasting tonight out in the park. Clayton's lovely wife Ashley was out there, was one of the guests.
Nice.
Enjoying the pregame activities. slider. And they were having her sample some of the local wines, and more than something like 15, 18 different wineries are being represented out there. She said, I like all wines. Keep pouring. That's my kind of woman. Strike three. Rollins caught looking.
Well, he throws him on a fastball. Maybe Jimmy Rollins was looking for that slider or the cutter. And as I mentioned earlier, if he can keep him off balance and locate that fastball in the inner part of the plate to the righties, he's going to have a good night.
Ryan Howard, the big left-handed hitting first baseman. 265 he checks in. His batting average on the year leads the club in home runs with 3 and tied RBIs with those 15. Tied with Polanco. Bartlett comes in to say something to Richard and then moves into the shift with Bartlett now playing on the second base side of the bag. Hudson playing shallow right field. Cantu holds on the runner, and Gonzalez is way off the line at third.
In fact, as soon as Jason Bartlett went back to the second base position, being the shortstop, he relayed a message to Gonzalez over at third, who's playing shortstop. You see the setup there. So he can relay the signs from catcher Nick Hundley.
There he goes the other way, does Howard. A base hit into the corner and left. Victorino sprints around second to third on a base hit the opposite field for Ryan Howard. So the Phillies are at the corners with 2 outs here in the first.
You talk about Ryan Howard beating the shift. The spray chart says on the ground, pulling the baseball. Line drives the opposite way just a little bit, but going to the extreme opposite left field line. Something out of the ordinary.
Well, a man who's averaged 46 homers a year the last 5 seasons, if he wants to go for singles,
sure,
the defense will give him those. Ben Francisco, he hit a bolt for a home run over the center field fence last night, just eluding Cameron Maben. Takes a changeup for a strike. Popped him up. Foul territory. Cantu, does he have a play? No. Into about the third row. The Phillies last night had their own struggle, as the Padres well know, of delivering with men in scoring position. They had 9 men in scoring position and able to send only one of them home. And lately they're only 5 of 35. A 143 average for Charlie Manuel. 2 strikes on Francisco. Had a long chat down in the dugout before the game with Charlie Manuel, one of the delightful men in this game. Popped up into right field, shallow. Easing in is Venable. And Richard gets out of trouble in the first inning. A couple of Phil's singles. They're left at first and third. Coming up, Bartlett, Hudson, and Cantu for the Padres. long, lean left-hander, Cole Hamels, San Diego native. You see him pitch, you think of Steve Carlton. Same kind of physique. What was not on that graphic, his pitching record this year, 1-1, is at Petco. He's 2-1. His ERA 1.57. Bartlett punches that one foul. Hamels, Rancho Bernardo High School with that excellent scholastic baseball program, drafted 9 years ago, 02, and 17th overall player picked. 2-1. You can bet there's a lot of friends and family, former high school teammates here to watch him pitch tonight. Sharply hit, but Polanco able to stab it and throws out Bartlett. Let's take a look at Buddy Black's starting lineup tonight, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Bartlett with a 6-game hitting streak, hit the ball sharply but right at Polanco. Then it's Hudson, Cantu. Hundley moves into the cleanup spot tonight. Ryan Ludwig bats 5th, Maben 6th, Will Venable in right 7th, and Alberto Gonzalez for Headley hits 8th at third base. Hudson, number 6 in the National League in most walks. He's walked 13 times. His average dipping down to 242. Good changeup.
And like Clayton Richard, Cole Hamels likes to work quickly. His repertoire consists of 4 pitches: fastball, cutter, curve, split.
Broken bat, roller to short. Rollins across, and another easy ground ball out. Defensive lineup brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. The Phils defensively, Polanco and Rollins, they each with an assist here early. Valdez and Howard on the right side. Ibanez in left, Victorino in center, Francisco the right fielder, Ruiz, who led the Phils in hitting last year. Batting average is behind the plate. Cantu against Cole Hamel in his career is 7 for 25, but 3 of the 7 hits home runs. Cantu off this left-hander. Works the outside corner, 1-1. Good fastball. Two and one.
You see what Hamels is doing right there? He peppers that outside corner to the righty, Cantu, for a strike, and then he puts a little wrinkle in one, a cut fastball down and in. He's got to stay out of the heart of the plate. Hitters count here.
Out in front of a changeup.
That's some pitching right there, Dick. Hitters count, fastball count, 2-1. Cole Hamels pulls the string, and Cantu is way out in front of it. You know, it brings up an interesting point because in his first outing of the year, he went 2 2/3, gave up 6 runs.
Well, all the infielders had a chance in this first inning. Third, short, and second on 3 ground ball outs. And after 1, no score. ball cards. Also an Easter egg hunt and breakfast at the park before the game and kids field day after the game. The Easter egg hunt, by the way, is going to be out on the wiffle ball diamond beyond the right field fence. Get your tickets at Padres.com.
You know, I'm going to do like the players, Dick, when we want to talk, tell you a secret. So I'm going to call this next pitch, all right? And I don't want anybody to know.
Did you sleep at that last night?
Slept with my glove.
Raul Ibanez. 209 is average. 1-2 the count. Got him. Second strikeout. Good slider. Well, congratulations to you, Mark Grant. Highly successful luncheon today. The Star Pal luncheon, over 500 people as the MC. Brilliant as always.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It was a great event. Raised some money for the inner city youth programs. Good bunch of people we have here in San Diego.
Carlos Ruiz, and he hits one deep to left field. If that's fair, it's trouble, and it hooks foul. Not by much. About 8 seats off that brick wall and left.
Strike one. Ruiz out in front of it, hits it high. Carlton Fisk like.
It just did die foul. 1-1. We mentioned Ruiz, 32-year-old Panamanian, hit .302 last year. That was the best average by the Phils. Nice to have a catcher that hits 300. Change up, and it's 1-2. Lifted out of play.
You know, Dick, just to elaborate about that luncheon today, the Star Pal, the Police Athletic League, what a great job the police, firemen, all those guys here and women in San Diego that go out of their way to help the youth in San Diego.
Back to the mound. Richard throws to can two, and that's always an adventure. And he gets his man. Brings up Winston Valdez. But one of the things, I moved down from Los Angeles to Rancho Santa Fe and now in La Jolla back in 1983, and it became immediate the very first year here. San Diego must lead the world in charitable events. I mean, they're so conscious of helping out others here, the public of San Diego. We can all be very proud of that.
Absolutely.
Winston Valdez, a 286 mark early. Saw him as a pinch hitter last night. Here's some of the folks, firemen and
Chief Lansdowne. Yeah, it's good to get in with him. He's the police chief.
How was the chow?
It was very good. Had macaroni and cheese.
Grounded to third and backhanded by Gonzalez right off the line and throws him out. And we'll be back with the luncheon menu and Mark Grant. Oh, I'm salivating. Upcoming, Hundley, Ludwig, and Maben. Our Skycam shot brought to you by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. Nick Hundley, leading Padre batter, 339. Tied for home runs and RBIs, 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. It's a measure of how difficult runs have come for the Padres, that they don't have a single player in double digits in RBIs. 9 is the tops. The Phils have 2 men with 15. 0-2, curveball.
Now, as a hitter, 0-2, right? Against a guy like Hamels. So what do? You look hard stuff in? Do you look for the soft changeup away?
Another ground ball. Rollins at short, fires to Howard for the out. 4 up, 4 down, all on the infield.
And that was a cutter, if you're keeping score at home. The cut fastball down around the knees that induced the ground ball off the bat of Nick Hundley. Let's check it out. Cut fastball, just a little bit of a break. Hard to the plate, but look where it was. It was down. That's a tough ball to hit on the line and elevate.
Ludwig steps in and takes a high fastball. Ryan took the collar last night, so his average back down under 200. Fastball 93 from the left-hander. The world got to know in the 2008 World Series the most valuable player for the Phils. Slap foul, and it's 1-2. Well, along with the Wine and Food Festival tonight, 3 dozen wineries. I cut it short, 36 of them. College night too. Chegg.com. The college kids got a special ticket price tonight, and it's Earth Day, and we want to talk about that later. Inside, 2-2. Here's some of the gang from our local campuses.
That's a great idea, isn't it? Hey.
Flip back into the crowd. It remains 2-2. And tomorrow night is the Padres 6-pack tube cooler night. 25,000 of those given away, and then the ball gloves 8,000 on Sunday. So baseball, and you take home a prize too. Outside, changeup, 3-2.
Don't be surprised if Cole Hamels flips up one of those cutters. 3-2 fastball count. Ryan Ludwig is looking for the heater, so he wants to put a little wrinkle in one.
Outside, ball 4. Fastball just misses. Padres have their first base runner. Try to end a string of 13 consecutive scoreless innings, San Diego. Here's Cameron Maybin, 246, his average, 3 home runs. One of those Padres that has done well against left-handed pitching. Changeup. Well, that's why this whole rotation, all of these Phillies starters could be the #1 starter on most every team in the league. They have, 5, 6 pitches, and all the different speeds are up and down, in and out. Take something on, put something off.
You make a great point, because when you look around baseball in general, there are guys out there that can pinpoint their fastball, or they can throw their secondary pitches for strikes. But when you've got a rotation like Halladay, Oswalt, Hamels, and Lee.
Line drive, fair ball inside the line, going down in the corner. Racing around second is Ludwig to third, and finally digging it out of the corner is Ibanez as Maybin pulls into second. It's second and third with 1 out for the Padres.
Cole Hamels is one of those guys you can throw any of his pitches for strikes when he wants to. That's why he's so good, like the rest of the rotation. But at times, he will hang that breaking ball over the heart of the plate. And what does that do? It speeds up the bat of the right-handed hitter. He places it in between the pillow and the third baseman. And the Padres threatening here in the second inning.
Two men in scoring position. Can Venable deliver even a ground ball here? We'll get a run home as the Philly infield playing back. And out goes Ruiz to chat with his left-handed pitcher. As we said in the pregame show, we went back 19 games, this being the 20th, but after 19 games a year ago, Will Venable was hitting .262 with 4 homers and 11 runs batted in. This year he's hitting more than 100 points under that with no home runs and 3 RBIs. Not a very good swing there. That's that cutter.
Yep.
Trying to get an early run for Clayton Richard. That one bounces in.
You know, just to button up the thought about this great rotation that the Phillies have. You know, there are pitchers with above average stuff. There are pitchers with average stuff. But when you have 4 guys that have 2 or 3 pitches that are above average and can locate, that's pretty nasty.
Line foul. Turn that one around and drive it up the alley, and the Padres would have 2 plus a runner still going.
Well, if I was a betting guy, I'm guessing slider down the way right here to Will Venable.
Hamels thinking strikeout. And just getting a piece of it. Venable still alive. Barely nicked that one. A cutter.
And, you know, that might work to the advantage of Cole Hamels. The cutter fouled off at the plate, so kind of a changeup type pitch. This next pitch would be that softer slider down and away, kind of get him out in front a little bit. But Will definitely has to think left field right here.
Way outside. That looked like a curveball, maybe a hard slider.
Yeah, he just wrapped it a little bit more.
So full count. Venable, 1 away. Ludwig at third. Maben with a double at second. Got him swinging. And the woes with runners in scoring position and less than 2 out continue. First strikeout for Hamels.
But when a pitcher is in a pinch and hitters look to hit the fastball, what does Hamels throw?
A changeup out of the strike zone.
Yep.
And now he's going to walk Alberto Gonzalez intentionally to get to Clayton Richard. Now don't discount Clayton Richard. Although he's 0 for 6, he has a couple of RBIs. That's as many as Jason Bartlett, and only 1 less than Venable. And Clayton has shown a good eye. One of those RBIs came on a bases loaded walk in St. Louis. The other was on a squeeze bunt against the Cardinals. Of course, that's not a play here with 2 out. There's a strike. Padres at every pillow. Bases full. 1-1. The other aspect of this Philly rotation is they all throw strikes. They rarely walk anyone. A couple of walks here, 1 intentional, is out of character. Fly ball to the shortstop. Wasn't hit very hard, just a soft liner. And the Padres are gone. Bases loaded. All stranded again. No score after 2. bit of daylight is gone and full night. As we go to the third inning here at Petco Park, Cole Hamels and then the leadoff man Victorino and Polanco for Philadelphia. Hamels is 0 for 4 this year. Count goes 1-1. Not bad, 158, and he sends one just over the leaping Tria Gonzalez. And there's the difference. Richard hit a similar ball, but hit it more towards short, and that gave Collins a chance to catch it. Hamels hits the same ball, but goes the short way over the third baseman's head. Just cleared him by about a foot.
And if you look at the pitch, though, look where it is. It's above the belt. It's elevated. If that ball is down around the thigh or the knees, it's probably a little looper to Alberto Gonzalez at third base.
Instead, a leadoff single, and now Victorino, who with 2 strikes on him, singled to left center field. His first at bat. 3 hits now for the Phils. Ball inside. Shutout for Philadelphia last night tied the major league lead. It was the 4th for them on the season. Got to figure they're going to lead the league with this pitching staff. Tomorrow, Joe Blanton, who's a solid starter, but compared to the other 4, not exactly the Hall of Fame credential starter that the rest of Charlie Manuel's staff exudes.
And you know what? I'm sure that Joe Blanton is the one guy that says, you know what? Hey, I'm just glad to be in a rotation like this. I will gladly grab that rock every 5th day and help contribute to the other 4 guys. And with this offense, hey, you never know. Joe Blanton could do a little pitching too now.
Cliff Lee, one of the aces, will miss this series. He'll pitch on Monday. He got him. There's that pickoff move. And Hamels caught napping. And he is out. One, 3, 4, 1.
Well, look at the lead from Cole Hamels. It's like a little league lead. He's like 6 feet off the bag. And Clayton Richard puts his A move on him and then completes the put out. Hey, that's huge. Anytime a guy can get a pickoff like that, catch a guy napping.
Makes it a long jog to the dugout if you're Cole Hamels.
Look at Cole was looking towards home plate, anticipating the pitch being thrown.
You can't be a spectator. Count now 2-2 on Victorino with 1 out. Help yourself in a lot of different ways. I imagine Hamels getting a little raspberries down in that dugout. 3-2.
Hey, we got a big-time Padre fan watching on Channel 4 tonight. She was rooting for the Padres for many years, and I saw her at the Star Pal luncheon today. She's watching right now. Bonnie Dumanis, the DA. Good person to know. The district attorney here in San Diego. So, Bonnie, thanks for watching. Good to see you today.
Pulled foul, and we were at the luncheon as well, and Mayor Sanders was there. Of course, he's a big Padre and sports fan, and Major General Dave Mann, the commanding general of the U.S. Army recruiting, was there with his men, a very impressive group of Army leaders. And it's interesting. They said, you know, they understand, the U.S. Army, that this has been a Navy and Marine town all through the years, and they want to develop more of a presence of the U.S. Army here. Popped up back toward us. That may make it in here. Just missed. And that more San Diego County young men and women sign on with the U.S. Army than the Navy and Marines and Coast Guard combined. And low ball 4. Victorino, top base stealer with 4, is aboard with 1 out. Placido Polanco fly to left his first time. High fly ball to shallow left. Hardest to strike out in the National League in the first 2 weeks of the season. He struck out only once in every 20.5 at bats.
Well, if you're looking for a double play, here's your guy, because Polanco leads the club in that category. GIDP, grounded in double plays with 6.
One of those last night.
Step off.
Victorino dancing away from the bag at first, daring Clayton Richard.
Clayton Richards thinking, what the Mikhail Baryshnikov is going on over there, going back and forth.
It's a little of the Hawaiian hula that he's got there, brought over from the island. Two 2-0. Cutter misses. We're in the top of the third. One out. Victorino at first base with a walk. No score. Three 3-0. The Dodgers pounded the Cubs today 12-2. Florida defeats Colorado 4-1. The Mets beat Arizona 4-1. Atlanta, San Francisco just starting. A 4-pitch walk to Polanco. So back-to-back walks. That sets the table for Rollins and Howard.
You know, I remember when Clayton Richard came over to the Padres, talking to some scouts, talking about Clayton Richard. There are times when he will hit a spurt to where he'll just get a case of wildness. Sometimes, you know, he works quickly as it is already. You can work quickly in between pitches, but you should slow down your mechanics to get your arm in a good position to throw consistent strikes. And Clayton knows that. Sometimes he just has a tendency to rush a little bit.
How big is that pickoff of Hamels?
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, the bases would be loaded with no one out. Rollins took a third strike his first at bat. A drive to center field. Maben floats back. He's got the second out. Victorino thought that ball might get over the head of Maben, so he played it a little farther off second base, ready to roll, and so he couldn't tag and move to third. Not that that's such a big play, because with 2 outs, the man at third, not the same as 1 out, of course. So Rollins jolts one on the nose, but to the center fielder, and that brings up Ryan Howard with a shift on. He elected to go to the opposite field with a solid line drive single. With men at first and second, the Padres can't utilize the shift. They play it more straight up, although Orlando Hudson a couple of steps out on the grass at second base, and Cantu way behind the runner at first, trying to guard the line. Starts him with a fastball. Howard doesn't get many of those.
Well, when he got that hit in the first inning, Dick, it was a fastball away. That was one fastball there. That was a good strike. Maybe that might be the only fastball that Howard sees at this at bat.
High fly ball. Will it stay fair? It's slicing down the foul territory and left field and out of play. Got a slider there.
Yep.
So Hundley's going to go on and talk with Clayton Richard now with 2 on, 2 out, and 2 strikes on Howard. They want to be sure that they know exactly the pitch, where they want it to be thrown.
He might have even said to him, hey, you know what, got to be careful on that last pitch. It was a very hittable pitch. He fouled it off in the stands. No harm done. Now let's make a good quality pitch here 0-2. Remember last night he chased some breaking balls in the dirt out of the hand of Matt Latos. Let's see if he goes down and away here.
Yeah, and that'll advance both runners. Too much down and away. Wild pitch. It's a wild inning for Clayton Richard. After the single by Hamels and picking off Hamels, walks Victorino, walks Polanco, and now wild pitches them both into scoring position.
Well, Nick did everything he could to square himself up to keep that ball in front of him, and just luck of the draw, the carom too far away, and everybody advances.
1-2. High drive, deep right field, up the alley, and that ball is against the wall. 2-run score. Howard around second. He's going to go for a triple, the big man. Here's the throw. He's in there. Two walks, 2 runs, as Howard has his 16th and 17th RBIs of the year. Lots of Philly fans enjoyed that smash up the alley.
And too fat of a pitch, and Clayton knows it. You see the reaction. That looks like a little cutter, thigh high, outer half, 1-2 count. First base is open, and we know that Ryan Howard at times will chase. That was just too fat of a pitch, and Clayton knows that he made a big-time mistake to Ryan Howard.
First pitch swinging as Ben Francisco in foul territory. Cantu is calling. And the inning comes to an end. 2 runs on 2 hits. The 2 runs on men that arrived on base by walks. And the Phillies grab the early lead. Southern California's premier dental implant center by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. And by Cox High-Speed Internet. Power all your devices with the fastest internet in San Diego. Well, Cole Hamels can lean on a 2-run advantage as he goes to work in the bottom of the 3rd. Leadoff man Jason Bartlett hit the ball solidly, but right at the third baseman Polanco for a ground out. Hudson and Cantu to follow. Big Ryan Howard. Couple of walks, a wild pitch, and Howard's long triple to right center, his first triple of the year. Oh my, that's a generous call. Looked a bit inside. A cutter. 1-2.
You know, the one thing that you just hate with the way the Padres have been going as far as offensively speaking, you hate to play catch up, especially with a guy like Cole Hamels if he gets into a groove.
Chop toward third. That's a tough play. Polanco, the throw gets him by a half stride. Well done. Orlando Hudson, he grounded out to short his first at bat.
Nice two-handed grab and smooth transition by Polanco. See him field that baseball on his right knee, enabling his arm to get in a good throwing position on the move.
Pulls the string on that breaking pitch. 74. Upstairs 2-0 on the fastball.
Well, 2-0 advantage for Cole Hamels and his Phillies. And last year, it's interesting, he only received 2 runs or less in 14 of 33 starts. He had to do some pitching, and he got no run support in 11 starts. So
misses again, 3-0.
He had to do some pitching. It wasn't all about the offense. Wasn't getting that much support.
The old automatic. Just 27 is Hamels. Out of play against the Padres lifetime, 4-2, 2-1 here at Petco. And Stingy, a 2.75 ERA. Line drive, base hit. Hudson rifles one to left. Padres' second hit. One away, tying run, Jorge Cantu comes to the plate.
And with the 3-2 count, Cole Hamels looks up at that scoreboard and says, okay, I'm up 2-0. I'm going to try to spot a fastball down and away. It leaks, and Orlando Hudson spins on that one for a base knock. Cole Hamels had Hudson earn his way on there by getting that base hit.
Hudson with 7 stolen bases in 7 tries. He had only 10 all last year. One and one. Out of play. Hudson with 7 stolen bases, the National League leader, 3 men with 8. Away. Tabata, Pittsburgh, Bourne, Houston, and Kemp, Los Angeles. Kemp not only hitting with power and great average, stealing bases, he's off to a super start. There goes Hudson. Soft ground ball to short. Rollins across. 2 away. Hudson into scoring position for Nick Hundley. Well, by having Hudson running on that pitch, probably not a double play ball, but they would have gotten Hudson had he not been running at second for the force, and then a slower runner, Cantu, would have been safe in the fielder's choice. So moving Hudson on the play gets him into scoring position. Hundley, who has 9 RBIs. Fastball strike.
Initial reaction from Nick was, I didn't like that call. Did you see his reaction? But he can't gripe, because when he goes behind the plate, he's going to want that call for his guy.
Cutter that landed just in the batter's box.
You know, sometimes that pitch that he throws, you know, he'll bounce and guys will offer at it, especially if you start with a first pitch strike right at the knees. Bring it down a little farther and guys will swing at that pitch in the dirt.
Good cut there, but fouled it back. Fastball, 1-2. Got him swinging. Another man stranded in scoring position. No runs, a hit, and a man left. After 3 here at Petco, the Phillies lead it 2-0. SDN, brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Which member of the Phillies coaching staff was nicknamed the Red Devil during his playing career in Japan? Answer in the last half of the inning. Top of the fourth, Ibanez, Ruiz, and Valdez. 3 Z's. The bat for Philadelphia. Surname ending in Z. Ibanez, Ruiz, and Valdez. Raul struck out swinging first time.
Hopefully
pulled very foul.
Hopefully Clayton Richard could put those guys to sleep with the Z's, right? Quick 1-2-3 inning right here for the left-hander.
Atlanta gets an early 3-0 lead up at San Francisco. Braves at bat, top of the third. We'll see them Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday afternoon. Two-strike pitch wasted outside. Strike 3 called. Caught the outside corner with a fastball, and Ibanez has struck out for the second time. That's number 3 for Clayton. How about this comparison brought to you by San Diego Toyota dealers? We've got what it takes. The Phillies, first 9 games, just ripping the cover off the ball, 334. In the last 9 games, 199. But with that pitching staff, you hit 199, and they're 5-4 in those 9 games.
And I think what else you could take for that comparison is that any team, whether you're the top of the division or the bottom of the division, teams are going to go through those little spurts. You try to minimize those. Obviously, which you said they were about 500, 5-4, Dick, with that 199 average. Boy, it sure helps to have a rotation like they've got, though.
Ruiz tapped back to the mound his first time, and he works the count to 3-0. A 4-pitch walk, so Clayton in one of those ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4 grooves, as he was in the third inning when he walked Victorino and Polanco back to back, and Howard sent them home with that long triple to right center.
Let's take a look at that last pitch. It was a changeup. It's a pretty darn good pitch.
But when you're not throwing strikes, those umpires tend to think ball, not strike. Plate umpire Tim Welke.
Looked like Nick may have, he was set up on the inside part of the plate, may have taken that one out of his own a little bit. Still, though, to me, a strike is a strike. I mean, it's where the ball crosses the plate, right? At least that's what it says in the rule book, Jim.
A kiss is just a kiss. A strike is just a strike.
That's right.
Valdez grounded one down the third baseline, flirting with a double, but Gonzalez made a good backhand play and threw him out in the second inning. Off the fist, Gonzalez goes the short way, and that's all they'll get. Ruiz erased. Valdez safe on the fielder's choice. 5-4. And Cole Hamels punched a single over the head of third baseman Gonzalez his first time up, and then was picked off. Otherwise, the Phils would be leading 3-0. Ball 1.
You know, Dick, one other thing I want to mention. Remember pregame tonight, they had all the firefighters out. It was great. The Burn Institute tonight. All the great things that they do for burn victims. Jim Flores heads that organization, does a great job. It's an event that they have each and every year. Seems to get bigger and bigger. So Jim and his crew there at the Burn Institute do a great job.
And the Padres are proud to salute them before the game tonight. 2-0. Yeah, showing some respect for Hamels. And to pinpoint that slider and misses. Hamels' wife, Heidi, pretty talented athlete. She was one of the competitors on Survivor in their 6th season.
Wow. I couldn't do that. Not enough food.
I'm still thinking about that. The entree was macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yeah, well, that was
lunch
just one of the
today?
sides. Orange chicken,
Oh, okay.
salmon,
Oh,
pork,
oh.
white rice, brown rice. It
I
was
feel
so
better
nice.
now. And so does Clayton Richard as he strikes out the opposing pitcher. That gives him 4. No runs, no hits, and a man left for the Phils in the 4th inning. Trivia answer. Our question was, which member of the Phillies coaching staff was nicknamed the Red Devil during his playing career, 6 years in fact in Japan? Charlie Manuel, the skipper of the Phils, who was quite a home run slugger in Japan and was named the most valuable player one season there. That's hard to do for a foreigner. Ludwig swings at the first ball and sends a high fly ball out to shallow right, and second baseman Valdez makes the catch. Grew up son of a preacher man in Virginia. He stuttered in his youth. Came up for a brief time with the Minnesota Twins. I remember calling games. Manuel was a good pinch hitter off the bench, a left-handed bat. Was making $19,000, the most he ever made. And he said he wasn't getting a regular job. Guys like Oliva and some of those other names, Carew and Killebrew, kept him out even with the DH. They couldn't use him, so he went to Japan. He said they gave him $100,000 back in '77.
Good baseball man.
And there's a very interesting story about the fact that he was having a sensational season, about to set some home run records, and he got beamed. They had to put 3 pieces of metal in his jaw and all kinds of screws that stayed there for over a year. And he came back that season and still hit 37 home runs. Maben, who has a double, a ball and 2 strikes on him. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and the Phils leading 2-0. I asked him what he learned in 6 years in Japan other than some language, and he said, I can speak a little Japanese. He said, I wouldn't mind having a Japanese player. He goes around. That's the 3rd strikeout for Hamels. He said that, the idea, I asked him first, how did he get that nickname, the Red Devil? He said, well, I had a short fuse, and I was always angry and mad. I had, in baseball language, I had a red blank. And so I was a red devil to the Japanese, who are, so polite and all. I was just the antithesis of what Japanese players stood for. He said, but I did learn to control that. He said something very nice, and it applies to all of us. Venable swings and misses, 1-1. And to our children, he said, what I learned in Japan was who I was and who I wanted to be. That's the sign of maturity, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Get to that point in life. Oh, that's who I am. And here's what I want to be. And what he wanted to be is where he is right now, big league manager.
And doing a fine job at that.
1-2, and Venable takes it over but low. Will struck out swinging first time. Padres now have been scoreless 15 straight innings and are 1 out away from 16 in a row. Full count.
Well, he humped it up to 94. And Cole Hamels has proven tonight that he will throw that slider or that cutter. Fastball in.
Foul back.
They're trying to tie him up a little bit.
Next delivery will be his 70th pitch.
Peek into Ruiz here. Fastball away.
Just missed. That's the third walk from Hamels. See where that pitch was.
It's a darn good pitch. That is a pitcher's pitch.
That's a strike.
Yep.
It touched the bottom of the strike zone. That's exactly what you called a pitcher's pitch.
So hopefully the Padres, they catch a break here, can keep it going for a little 2-out rally.
Good breaking ball, drops in for a strike. Here's a situation where Venable, good base stealer, could go, but if he steals, they walk Gonzalez again, and then they're pitching to the pitcher.
That's right.
That's what happened back in the second inning with the bases loaded and Richard made out. 0-2 to Alberto. Intentionally walked back in the second. Venable goes anyway, and that one chopped foul. Yes, Ruiz making sure it didn't kick a dirt clod and skip back into fair territory. Let's check our leaderboard, brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal for a limited time only. Padres leading the major leagues in stolen bases, 27. And they're 10 ahead of the second place National League teams, the Reds and Mets, with 17.
Well, that's fine and dandy, right? You steal a base, you get in the scoring position. But we all know that the numbers runners in the scoring position not doing well in that category. So need to shake it up a little bit.
There he goes again. Ground ball. Nice two-hopper for Rollins, and he gets the out at first. And the Padres shut out for 4 innings tonight and for 16 in a row against Philly pitching.
Late game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Architectural design and quality remodeling under one roof. Visit MurrayLampert.com or call 619-285-9222 and see what they can do for you. Ms. Grinberg.
All right, make it sing. Mark Grant. Friday night baseball at Petco. We go to the 5th inning and a high pop-up by Victorino. Shortstop Bartlett circling under it for the first out. So Victorino, a single, a walk. He wanted the 2 walks given up by Richard in the 3rd inning, and both men came home on Ryan Howard's triple to the 400-foot sign in right center. Just to complete the story on Charlie Manuel, that year when in the middle of the season he was having a great year and got beaned, and there was some thought that they just didn't want him to win the home run title as a foreigner. Well, he was in the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks. The doctors advised him to go home, that he shouldn't play. He refused to, came back and finished the year and won the home run title. And there's a punchline there too, and the Japanese then voted him the most valuable player. How good is that?
That's a great story.
Country boy.
And what I'm just guessing. What are the chances those Japanese doctors saying, "Hey, go home," because they have vested interest in the teams. Hey, go home. I don't want you to be my team. That's a great story.
2-1 and 3-1 now to Blanco, who is flying to left, walked and scored. Richard now pitch count up to 77 with this next offering. The underlying story in all of that is that the Japanese understanding here was a man with considerable talent and courage and the fortitude to come back and take it on again and win the batting or the home run title. Full count. Slicing into foul territory. Tough play for Cantu, and that gets into the first row. Hey, your buddy down there at
the Sony Club,
Sony Home Plate Club.
Right.
The head bartender down there, Keith, isn't that his name?
Good egg.
He's working. You know how these mix masters or
right.
mixologists, I guess they are. They try to come up with new drinks. There's a contest for the best
right.
drink and all of that. He may have a winner here. You know. He said to give this one to you.
Oh, he did.
It's a special drink. This ball hit in almost the same spot. Venable's over there this time, and he's got the out. 2 away. So our pal Keith, he calls it the runs rampant.
Okay.
Runs rampant. Does that sound good?
Okay.
1 part heart.
Gotta have it.
1 part skill.
It's good to have.
1 part timing.
Everybody needs it.
Splash of luck. And an olive.
Oh, an olive to cap it off.
Yeah, and that's your runs rampant.
Well, start mixing it up, Keith. I will gladly partake in a social sparkler.
You think folks aren't trying hard around here? 2 away. Jimmy Rollins. Rollins struck out in line. Really hit a shot to center field. A ball and a strike. Hit it well again, but Maben positioned for the out. Jimmy Rollins hitting in tough luck. Phil's go in order. We're at the halfway mark in this one. 4.5 in the book, and the Phil's by 2.
Homer's Rincon Casino. If a home run is hit this inning, Mr. Enberg, text Homer, Homer, to 269-411.
Well, let's hope that folks will be dialing that number as Clayton Richard leads off the 5th inning. He was up with the bases loaded in the 2nd, hit a soft liner to short. 1-1. Bartlett and Hudson to follow. Now the Padres went 18 straight innings in Chicago without scoring a run, and finally came away with that win 5-4 on getaway day. Now they're at 16 straight innings scoreless against the Phils. Well, it's taking on the same character as last night against Roy Oswald. That you stay close enough even though you're trailing. Was 3-0 last night, and you hope that the starting pitcher finally gets his innings in, and maybe your bullpen can beat their bullpen. Goes down swinging, does Richard, and that's strikeout number 4. And indeed, last night, Padres had the bases loaded in the 7th inning and could not score, and they had the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Brad Hops struck out. So there were a couple of chances. Got to be patient. Hope that Richard can hold the Phils at these 2 runs. See what happens down the stretch.
And I'm sure Cole Hamels is the type of pitcher where he's good for about 100, 110 pitches, right? That was number 80 for the left-hander. The last 2 times out for Cole Hamels, he has gone 7 innings.
There's Major General Dave Mann. Had a chance to meet him today. Commanding General of the U.S. Army recruiting. Some of his men there recruiting some of San Diego's finest. Well, the word throughout that luncheon today was over and over again praising the Padre organization and how they support the military. Of course, every Sunday military day here, and high fly ball on the infield. And Rollins wants it, takes it for the 2nd out. So the Padres have called out the military. They got the Army here today trying to help them out. You got, bartender Keith trying to help them out.
Everybody's trying to get into the act.
The firemen.
Yeah.
The college kids. Bernie Mazzola, Sam Liederkranz, saw them earlier today. They want the Padres to win a game here.
Got to keep plugging along, right?
The big O-Dog takes a strike. He has one of the 2 Padre hits, a line single to left. A cutter, 0-2. Well, this is the 41st anniversary of Earth Day, 1970. And while we're praising the good things going on around here at Petco, we want to share that with you. We'll wait till the next inning. Backs him out of there with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Atlanta now leading 4-0 in the 4th at San Francisco. That one punched into the upper deck on the right side.
You see what Hamels is doing here. It's just in and out and in, up and down, changing speeds with that changeup. I mean, and he's working quickly. His timing is right on tonight.
Like an elevator, up and down, right. In and out.
Back and forth, that's right.
Elevator man. Cole Hamels. Otis.
Good call. I was thinking the same thing.
2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Padres out in order again. 2 strikeouts to add to Hamels' total. He now has 5 in the game. And welcome back to 0 Philadelphia as we go to the 6th inning. Middle of the order. Howard, Francisco, and Ibanez for Philadelphia. Single and a triple for Howard, but he rolls this one to Hudson for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Ben Francisco comes up. Hey, listen up, all you human termites. All you can eat seats. They're still available. $29.50. Menu includes Wiener Schnitzel, hot dogs, popcorn, peanuts, soda, water. Get all you can eat seats at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555.
You can wash down those seats with a nice cold soda. That'd be nice.
Now, does that mean when they say all you can eat, in other words, if you want to have 4 hot dogs and 3 bags of peanuts, you get all? Yeah.
Just stock up, eat all you want.
How can you beat
full
that?
Feed bag.
$29.50 plus the game ticket. That's terrific.
Just strap it on and go to chomping.
Back to Richard. There's a soft toss over to first base, and Francisco is out. So that's 7 straight recorded outs for Richard.
See, now this kid, if he was sitting, he can eat the popcorn till his heart's content. Just go at it.
Just fill the next one up.
Oh, there's stuff flying all over the place. Got to wear goggles around that kid.
It's no fun if you don't make a mess too. Like you said the other day, your dad said just throw the wrappers and peanut shells on the floor at the ballpark. First pitch strike to Ibanez. He's swung and missed strike 3 and called out on strikes. 0 for 2. And another chance for Richard. Boy, that's a nice, easy 1-2-3 inning. I think he threw only 4 or 5 pitches. How many? 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Padres need 2 to tie. Give me some of that popcorn. Cam Shot is brought to you by Mossy Ford, Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Home half for the 6th inning. Cantu, Hundley, and Ludwig scheduled against Cole Hamels. He's allowed only 2 hits. And he bends Cantu back, but the ball catches the corner, a curve. Double by Maben in the 2nd. Single by Hudson in the 3rd, and that's been it. Change up, and Cantu way out in front.
Well, he's mixing it up, isn't he?
He's used that pitch very effectively on Jorge.
That's one thing I noticed about Roy Oswalt last night. He's using more of his changeup, and that is nasty.
Just fouled. In fact, Charlie Manuel talking about that, really pleased at how well, he knows Oswalt is a top-notch pitcher, but he's even better with that changeup.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. That That's a bad at bat. And 2. 6th strikeout victim of Hamels. And Hundley comes up, grounded out and struck out.
It's the changeup. You can peek into his glove. Same arm action and the dipsy-do down and away. Good movement. There's the grip, the circle change grip. And just throw it like your fastball.
Nick Hundley digs in. The skipper Manuel saying that, having 4, A-plus pitchers in the rotation, Hamels of course being one of those, Cliff Lee, Roy Oswalt, and then the Cy Young Award winner that we'll see Sunday, Roy Halladay, that what it has done is they're so competitive, they're trying to outdo each other to even be better.
I believe it.
You could appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Fly ball to left field. Softly, Ibanez comes in and makes the catch.
And you know what else that does when you talk about a rotation like that of the Philadelphia Phillies? You talk about limiting losing streaks. I mean, these guys are human, don't get me wrong. And yeah, there's a chance that the Phillies can lose 6, 7 in a row, 8 in a row. Who knows what's going to happen? But Charlie Manuel will take his chances with those guys in the rotation. And don't forget Joe Bland. That guy can pitch too now.
Now, at the end of the season, we'll see what their longest losing streak is.
That'll be interesting to find that out.
I can't imagine them losing more than 4 in a row. Not with this staff, if they stay healthy. Ludwig walked and popped the second. And there's the changeup fooling Ludwig.
You know, the one thing that I do want to mention, we talked about the rotation of the Philadelphia Phillies, but guess what, folks? The San Diego Padres own the best ERA in the National League with a 2.97, yo.
Philly is 3.37.
Right.
Another pop-up.
So how do you like them apples?
On the 100th pitch of the night, another 1-2-3 inning for lefty Cole Hamels. To the 7th, the Phillies 2-0. Southern California's premier dental implant center by MTS. MTS moves me. And by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. Clayton Richard, 88 pitches on the night, goes into the 7th inning. Bottom 3 for Philadelphia. Ruiz, Valdez, and the pitcher Hamels to bat. Starts Ruiz with a changeup. He's tapped to the mound and walked tonight. Sends this one shallow into left. Out goes Bartlett. In comes Ludwig. Oh. Bartlett, watch out. Just elude crashing into one another as Ludwig hit the deck just in time. And Bartlett, great concentration to make the catch.
Well, two Padres up on their feet and kind of a little bit of a smile going back to their positions. That's a good sign. Now, when Bartlett's going out, you know, it's tough. You're concentrating, and Ludwig, you know, really can't see anybody communicating right there. Jason's not saying anything. I guess my point is, you know, when you're running like that, you've got the crowd. Yeah, it's kind of like those in-betweeners. You know, really tough for Ludwig to make that play. Bottom line is they squeezed it for the out. And you're just glad nobody gets hurt.
Well, Clayton Richard in a good groove here. 9 straight outs for Richard. Winston Valdez out on a good play made by third baseman Gonzalez. And safe on a fielder's choice tonight. Third baseman Gonzalez. Strike across to Cantu. 2 away. And Hamels comes up, looped a single over the third baseman's head and struck out. Well, but for those 2 walks that set the table for Ryan Howard's long triple, this could be a real pitcher's duel. 0-0. Philly's taking advantage of wildness state, and there's Hamels hitting a ball the opposite way again. Ludwig gets it back in. It turns the lineup over as Hamels 2 for 3.
And I'm sure he will be taking a little league lead, 1 foot on the bag, because remember he got picked off. Once again, another elevated pitch. That was the same type of situation in the 3rd inning when he singled. It was a pitch up around the belt buckle, and it's easier just to elevate that ball to the outfield. I don't care if you are the pitcher.
Well, Hamels, who was 0 for 4 in his previous 3 starts, 2 for 3 tonight.
Look at his lead.
After being picked off. But I've seen lefties with good moves pick off a man with that kind of lead. They figure, well, now I'm safe. And you get mesmerized, and which happened the last time.
He's got a 3-foot lead.
Shane Victorino, single, a walk, and a pop-up. He walked with, after Hamels had been picked off in the 3rd, he walked, and so did Polanco. And with 2 outs, they both came home on the triple by Ryan Howard. 1 and 2. So that base hit by Hamels breaks a string of 10 straight outs for Clayton Richard.
Jorge Cantu is giving him a hard time over there, but Cole is laughing right along with him.
Fly ball to right, going to be tough. Out goes Hudson and makes the catch. Venable wasn't going to get there. No runs, a hit, and the Phillies leave their 4th man. Stretch half of the 7th at Petco. Bottom of the 7th at Petco as we go beyond the box score. Brought to you by Toyota of El Cajon. We went green to save you green. Well, the Dodgers clubbed the Cubs 12-2. Uribe with 4 RBIs and a home run. And how about Anibal Sanchez? Gave up a run unearned in the first inning. Walk, fielder's choice error. No hits until the 9th inning. 9 strikeouts. As the Marlins go on to a 4-1 win over the Rockies. Boy, you one hit that Rocky lineup.
Yeah.
You've done some pitching.
And Anibal Sanchez already has a no-hitter under his belt in his career.
Cameron Maben doubled inside the bag at third and struck out. One of 2 base hits for San Diego against Cole Hamels, who is into the hundreds in pitch count. 102 coming up. No one throwing in the Philadelphia bullpen, so Hamels and the Phils figuring that he's good for at least one more inning. On the inside corner, 91 fastball. Maben's double came on a 3-2 pitch. Hamels ahead of most of the hitters tonight. Ooh, just a little low. And Cutter. Been baffling these right-handed hitters with that changeup and working very quickly, and Maben hardly set in the batter's box, calls time. Another pop-up. Shallow and right. Valdez calling. Well, the Padres have now gone 18+ innings without scoring a run against Philadelphia pitching. Well, actually, 15 of those innings against Philadelphia. Then they didn't score the last 3 in Chicago. So the consecutive streak is more than 2 full games. Venables struck out and walked. Bunted by the mound. Beautiful bunt. Base hit. Venable. You just can't drag one better than that.
See that ball check up nicely also. That was almost like a 7-iron onto the green. Watch as Will squares. He bunted some backspin, and that ball will just check right up.
Well, once it got by Hamels, that was an easy infield bunt single. 3 hits now for the Padres, and though they've been outgunned by Hamels, the tying runs at the plate. Alberto Gonzalez intentionally walked and grounded to short. A changeup for a strike. Oh, he's throwing a lot of changes.
Yep. Yes, he is. It's a great pitch and a fastball count. I mean, first pitch offering, guys looking dead heat, right? Number 1. Cole Hamels pulls the string on the changeup. Fastball in right here.
And a double play ball to short. Rollins, Valdez. And the inning is over. 2-0 Philadelphia. Top of the 8th inning, Placido Polanco, Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard to bat for the Phils. Polanco 0 for 2 and scored a run after he walked, as did Victorino back in the 3rd inning. If you're just joining us, that's the 2 runs in the game. Hamels led off with a bloop single to left, then was picked off. Then Richard walked Victorino and Polanco back to back. That'll be out of play off the first base side. And after Rollins had lined out for the 2nd out, Ryan Howard, down 2 strikes, ripped a triple into right center field to score both runs, and that's it. 2 runs, 5 hits for Philadelphia. No runs, 3 hits for the Padres. Two balls and a strike. The last run that the Padres scored was back in Chicago in the 6th inning, and Ludwig doubled and Rob Johnson singled. There's a base hit, Polanco. You don't keep him quiet very long. Leadoff man on for the Phils here in the 8th. Richards' pitch count now at 103.
And action in that Padre bullpen. Big earn. Ernesto Frieri heating up.
Padres need to keep the Phils off the board here in the 8th. 2 runs down. Give themselves a chance with 2 innings to go. Slider inside.
Oh, that was the 104th pitch by Clayton Richards. The most that he has thrown this year was against Cincinnati at home back on the 12th. He threw 107. That was that 11 inning extra inning game.
Ball 2. 33,572 on a Friday night here at Petco, and we expect the crowd tomorrow night to be tickling around 40,000. Hope you've got your tickets. And trouble brews now. 3-0 with the leadoff man Polanco at first with a base hit. There's a strike. That's a good pitch. Slider in on the hands. 3-2 to Jimmy Rollins. 3-time Gold Glover. 32 years young, from the Bay Area. Runner goes, ball 4. So a single and a walk, and the table set for big Ryan Howard again. That's the 4th walk by Clayton Richard. Bud Black and Vern Balsley with a left-hander up. They want left-hander against left-hander here with Renteria giving the signs.
And I think this may be Clayton Richards' last hitter regardless.
109 pitches.
Let's say hypothetically gets Howard to strike out. Let's just say you got righty Francisco, lefty Ibanez is struggling as well, and then righties 7 and 8.
Softly hit. They'll get one there, back to first, but Howard, as you saw in the triple, for a big guy, can leg it out pretty well. He's safe on the fielder's choice as Polanco moves over to third. And here comes manager Black, and he's going to do a double switch as he gives Tim Welke, the plate umpire, his changes. But quite an effort by this left-hander from Hoosier Country. Goes 110 pitches tonight. Allows 6 hits, 4 walks, and 2 of those 4 became runs. Chase Headley well enough to come in and play third base. Not in the starting lineup, but battling the flu. And here comes Ernesto Frieri from the bullpen. We're in the 8th. 2-0 Philadelphia. CP block and brick. Build a dry stream bed in your yard using natural stone. Just call RCP today. They've got some great plans. Frieri, who came up from Portland last year and dazzled the Padres with his excellent work, adding to an already top bullpen, the best in baseball. And here's his numbers: a win and a loss so far, almost 10 innings of work.
Last time out for Ernie was in Chicago in the 7th inning. 1 inning, struck out 2 Cubs. That was at Game 2 on Wednesday.
1st and 3rd, he inherits 1 out, and Ben Francisco 0 for 3 on the night. Homered last night. Fastball strike at 90. So Headley will be the leadoff man in the bottom of the inning in the double switch. Hits in the pitcher's spot. Popped him up, but out of play, back toward us. And Frieri is in the number 8 spot. Another pop fly back into the mezzanine. Needs a strikeout.
High fastball.
Another foul back. He was on that one.
And did you see Nick Hundley? Nick wanted it up. He wanted it up around that, maybe the bill of his hat. Nick wants it up, but that's belt buckle high. That could have spelled trouble.
First and third, 1 out for the Phils here in the 8th. Another foul back. All 4 have been straight back, which means he's right on these pitches. Just not scoring them up.
Well, if you put a wrinkle in one, you better make sure that it's down and out of the strike zone. Don't leave it over the plate.
Another foul. What in the name of Jorge Cantu's going on?
Nick's glove off the plate, and it leaks. Outer third and up.
How many did Cantu foul off last night? 9 or 10?
Yeah, it was a 14-pitch at bat, right?
Before he struck out.
Yep, 11 foul balls
against Oswald.
There's the breaking ball.
Foul back. Just did cue that one foul. On deck is Raul Ibanez.
Well, we've seen a lot of fastballs, right, Dick? That last pitch was a breaking ball, a slider. Nick puts down number 2.
Got him. Fouled into the glove of Hundley. Slider. That's what the doctor ordered with first and third and 1 out. So with 2 gone.
Well, that's what the doctor ordered, and Frieri writes up the prescription, and he follows through with it. Take your medicine, Ben Francisco.
Strikeout dose from Frieri. 2 away, first and third. And Ibanez struck out, and tapped to the mound. So long night for this veteran left-handed hitter. Over but low, ball 1. Polanco at third. Howard at first. Popped up. Out on the outfield grass. Hudson and Bartlett. It's Hudson. Good job. Frieri comes in first and third. Faces 2 tough hitters. Gets Francisco to strike out. Ibanez to pop up. Still 2-0. Bottom of the 8th inning. Game show from our Channel 4 studio. Messrs. Weisbart and Scanlon. We'll give you all the details on this day in baseball and analyze our game tonight. Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at Sequan Casino. Chase Headley bats for the first time. And quickly down on the count, 2 strikes as he came in the double switch with Frieri pitching. Suffering from that virus, hitting .219. Headley. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. That gets it started. Leadoff man on here in the 8th. 2-strike pitch. So to the top of the order, and Jason Bartlett needs a hit to extend his streak to 7 games. He's grounded to third twice and popped to short.
I'll tell you what, flu bug my eye. Chase Headley aboard with a base knock. Nice piece of hit and chase. You know, Chase was so gentlemanlike today in the clubhouse. He walked by me. I extended my hand to shake his hand. Hey, Chase. He did the old curve around me. No, let's stay away. I'm sick. I don't want to get you sick.
Bartlett trying to shoot that one to right field, a changeup. 114 pitches now for Hamels. And a right-hander starts to throw in the Philadelphia bullpen. David Herndon. He pitched last night, 2/3 of an inning. Smothered foul, another changeup.
Hey, when the pitch count, as we see Herndon heating up, as the pitch count rises, Cole Hamels reaches back and thinks, you know what, I'm going to try a little easier. I might be losing a little bit on the fastball, who knows? So I'm going to pull the string and back off. He quickly finds himself ahead 0-2.
In the dirt, another changeup. So that just sets up the fastball.
It's a great pitch. Change up, change up, change up. Try to bury a fastball or a cutter on the inside part of the plate. Heads up down the third base line. Polanco.
Got him. Another changeup. Can you believe that? 4 pitches, all changeups. And Bartlett goes down swinging. How do you figure that? How do you figure that as a hitter getting 4 consecutive changeups? 7 strikeouts now.
And you know what's impressive about Hamels? That was the 117th pitch by the left-hander, and it was great location. That's exactly where his catcher Ruiz was set up. So he is still hitting his spots with that pitch.
Orlando Hudson has a single. One of the 4 Padre hits tonight. Grounded out and struck out. Representing the tying run. Hudson without a home run thus far this season. High strike, fastball. So you start thinking, he's throwing all these changeups, I'll sit on it, and then you get the fastball. Yep. Two and one. Jorge Cantu on deck. Three and one.
You know, it might take 120, 125 pitchers for a pitcher to pitch a gem. It takes one in a count like this, 3 and 1, for Orlando Hudson to crush a mistake.
He didn't, though. Foul tip. Another changeup.
My goodness.
3-1 pitch.
3-1 changeup.
Fouled away. It's almost a cliche when the southpaw's on the mound. As broadcasters, we call him the crafty left-hander. It just seems to fit.
Sure.
But he is all of that tonight.
Yeah.
123 tosses. One out here in the 8th. On the corner, and plate umpire Walke on the fastball punches out Hudson. 8 strikeouts for Hamels.
Change up, fastball. Right on the outside corner. Look, Ruiz doesn't even move his glove. That is a darn good pitch.
So 2 out. Jorge Cantu. As we told you earlier, Cantu has 3 home runs lifetime against Hamels. But Hamels twisted him in a knot the last time up there using change-ups and sliders, and Cantu didn't get a good swing. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Hit well, but right to the second baseman, Valdez. Inning over for the Padres in the 8th. No runs, a hit, a man left. 9th inning, 2-0 Philadelphia. whitewashed through 8, 2-0. I know many of you already have your tickets, but there are some available tomorrow night at 5:35. The game 3 of this series, and the Padres 6-pack tube coolers given away to the first 25,000 of you fans that go through the turnstile. So come out and see us. Still tickets available, but Padres.com to get yours tonight. Frieri, big breaking ball. Looked pretty good.
Yep.
He faces Ruiz, Valdez, and Hamels, or a pinch hitter here in the top of the 9th inning. Cole Hamels acting like he wants a complete game. High pop up off third. Headley right at the lip of the dugout for the out.
You know, I know we've been talking a lot tonight about Cole Hamels and the effort that he's putting forth, but I'll tell you what, Clayton Richard pitched his little heart out tonight. 7 1/3, 2 runs in 1 inning. Just the one bad pitch to Ryan Howard, that triple that drove in 2 runs, and then Ernesto Frieri coming in to get the strikeout in the pop-up to get out of the ace. So no support for Clayton, but he pitched well tonight.
He sure did, as has been the case almost all season long. The starting pitching has been outstanding. Just quality start after quality start. One strike on Winston Valdez. Fastball misses, 1-1. Little rustling of the crowd down the left field line, lower deck. As if maybe a couple of fans debating the team they support. Out of play, 1-2. So bottom of the 9th inning. We'll see whether or not Hamels stays. He's in the on deck. No, he's not in the on deck circle.
She wants to make a call.
Ross Glode is apparently going to pinch hit for Cole Hamels. Wow.
Not a bad pitch, but it looked like he was off just a little bit.
So 2-2 on the second baseman for the Phils. Almost hit him. Well, the fans certainly brought their enthusiasm tonight, chanting even here in the 9th inning, "Let's go Padres." It's, you know, kind of a shame. You know, same kind of feeling last night, an electric crowd and nothing to really cheer, shutout, and again tonight, there's so few moments that have been exciting for them offensively. Maybe the 9th inning holds something special, the bottom half of this inning. Swung at ball 4. 3-2 to Valdez. Well, with all those pitches, Hamels is going to let the bullpen try to finish up the shutout. Soft fly to the second baseman, Hudson, 2 away. The Padres have worn out Cole Hamels. They've driven him out of the game. Too many pitches. 126 for Cole Hamels.
And you know what the impressive thing about that is that he was spot on his last pitch as he was his first pitch. You know, the changeup down and away, throwing that fastball for a strike.
Walked 3, struck out 8, allowed only 4 hits. This is Ross Glode, their top left-handed pinch hitter off the bench. Sends that one to left. Ludwig giving ground and has it for the out. So Frieri comes in. 5 men face, 5 men out. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Can Hundley, Ludwig, and Maben stir up some runs? You all season long, every Friday, something special. A party in the Power Can on Friday, May 6th. On that night, the Padres will be hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7:05 game on May 6th. That'll be Padres Beer Fest. You folks enjoyed those beer fests, a couple of them last year. Beers from 25 breweries in the park at the park, including some of San Diego's very best. Get your tickets now, Padres.com/beerfest for Friday, May 6th against the D-backs. 30-year-old Ryan Madsen on the mound for the Phils, trying to get the final 3 outs in this 2-0 game. Nick Hundley 0 for 3 tonight. Takes inside. Madsen, a native of Long Beach, makes his home in Moreno Valley, California. Won 6 games last year under the pen. 1-1.
Good numbers early on for the big, tall right-hander. Fastball, change, cutter, and a curve. He's got a darn good changeup. And he tops out about 95, 96 on that fastball.
Slinger.
Yep.
Cole Hamels had a nice, soft, easy arm action. This man slings it up there. Buggy whips it. 2-1. High, 3-1. Scoreboard pleading for the fans to make noise. They accommodate. 3-1 the count. Foul back.
Well, Contreras, their closer. Remember, he went an inning last night. He recorded his 5th save. Gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Possibly on the shelf tonight.
Ground ball toward the hole. Tough play for Rollins. The long throw. Got him. Oh, my. Hundley thought he was safe. What a throw by Jimmy Rollins. Let's take another look at that. Just bang, bang at first base.
Very, very close. You know, I think he got him, huh? It was close.
1 out. Ryan Ludwig walked and popped up twice. Wow, way out in front of that pitch. Big league play at shortstop by Rollins.
Absolutely.
Another ball pulled way into the dugout of the Phils, and Ludwig down 0-2.
Our bench coach Pete McCannon couldn't make the play.
I'll get down under cover here.
2 times in a row Ludwig's gone over there.
All right, and a 55-foot one-hopper, 1-2. Changeup.
Yep.
Maben would be next. That'll be out of play. We talked about how competitive this pitching staff is. The starters for Charlie Manuel, and each trying to outdo the other. Well, last night Oswald and the Phils 4-hit shutout. Tonight Hamels and the Phils working on a 4-hit shutout. Up and in. 2-2. Changeup or breaking ball?
Well, you know what? He's got a heck of a changeup. I'm going to guess he wants to try to challenge him. I'm thinking a good, hard 2-seamer down and in. Like I said, a changeup.
In the dirt, and Ludwig goes fishing. First strikeout for Ryan Madsen.
Good call, Dick. He did go with the changeup. See down there, you can see him how he turns it over. He buries it in the dirt to Ryan Ludwig. That looks like a fastball, knee high, right down the heart of the plate.
Down to their final out. Cameron Maben doubled, struck out, and popped out. Slider misses, ball one. Just a base runner and a swing away from tying it, but Padres unable to connect. High strike, 1-1. Fastball, 94. Tomorrow, folks, 5 o'clock, our pregame. Tim Stauffer against Joe Blanton. He'll be there. You'll be watching, won't you, young man? Over but low, 2-1. And the Padres now down to their last strike. 20th game of the season. They're a strike away from being shut out 6 times. They weren't shut out 6 times until they played over 100 games last year. Broken bat, ground ball to second. And they're blanked again. 2-0. The Phils have not allowed a run. A pair of 4-hit shutouts by this immensely talented Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff. Tough to swallow, but on we go, and we'll have the final totals for you as Charlie Manuel's team celebrates a 2-0 win. We'll be right back.